Well, I guess it's all of those things. It's a cafe in the morning. We serve breakfasts and things and coffees to go to people in the offices. We do lunch specials and then turn into a bar at night time. So one of those things that people in Germany find hard to understand because it's not quite categorized as one thing. And we also call it a marché, which is a French word for market, because eventually we want to sell our own products here and have a sort of general store type feel to one part of the place. I thought it'd be interesting because Germans, or the people in the Deutschsprachige Raum in Germany and Austria and Switzerland, are all fascinated with Canada. You can put 10 people in a room and ask them, where would you like to go one day? And 9 of them will say Canada. And they're all fascinated with how clean and open air and huge spaces. And there's all this sort of positive, this goodwill towards Canada, and nobody seems to be doing anything with it here, consumer brand-wise. And so I thought Canadian foods, Canadian cuisine, Canadian products would be interesting and give me a lot of opportunities to market and have people interested off the bat. And once you get people asking the question, well, what is Canadian cuisine? We've never really heard of it. What do? You can then bring them in and literally and figuratively and speak to them about what Canadian is. And if you give them something that's yummy, then way up there, they come back again. So that's why I decided to open a Canadian food type place. Joe and Ben. My dog's name is Ben. And Ben is sort of a bit of a star. Wherever I go with him, he really turns heads. And I have people stop their cars in the middle of the street, causing traffic, literally, and asking me what sort of a dog he is. And so I wanted to come up with some sort of a consumer mark or brand using Ben. And an old boarding school friend of mine has a branding agency, and my name is Jochen. And I guess Jochen and Ben doesn't sound quite as cool as Joe and Ben. There is no real Canadian cuisine in that sense. There are a couple of Canadian ingredients that people know about, Canadian salmon and bison meat and things like that. And obviously cranberries and maple syrup. And cuisine itself in Canada tends to be very traditionally ethnic. So the Italians are more Italian than in Italy, and the Greeks and the various different, from Haiti to Jamaica to everywhere, they have all their own food. I could probably do a sushi night here and call it Vancouver night. And so I decided to try and see all the things that we could do with cranberries and with maple syrup, which are fairly readily available here in Munich. And so maple syrup, we don't just do sort of pancakes and maple syrup, but we can do things like a duck breast that has maple syrup and black pepper with it, or chilies. We do a turkey chili, sort of a chili con carne with turkey that has maple syrup and chipotle chilies in it. Those go together well. And we bake all of our own things here, so we have very moist, yummy carrot cake that has a lot of maple syrup in it. And instead of selling brownies, we sell things we call crownies, with cranberries in them. And so those are the sort of the Canadian twists we try and put on everything. And we've had to get creative, so we do Taco Thursdays now with tacos, and so then we put a cranberry salsa on next to the tacos thing. So we're trying to stretch a little bit what would be Canadian. Oh, come on, Dean. This is Dean, my Australian barman.
Hey, how you doing? Does it sound Canadian?
Well, I'm not actually Canadian. Where do you think I'm from?
Oh my god, I'm terrible at this game.
Oh well. I'll make it easy.
Since Canada's part of the Commonwealth, we decided to go elsewhere in the Commonwealth, and Dean's from Australia. But,
yes.
by way of Munich. He's been in Munich for a lot of years now. He's been a well-known bartender around Munich, and he sort of helps me run things here, and couldn't do it without him.
Mine is a very, very strong Moscow mule, and that's vodka, lime, and ginger beer.
Oh my gosh.
And it's
With a cucumber in it.
yes, we normally serve them in these vintage glasses, and I think people have stolen a few, so I like them so much.
I think I'll take one. Thanks.
And then our house drink.
House drink, yes, I just made up a batch of pre-mixed hard lemonade, which is a secret recipe. I couldn't tell you the recipes. But it's a maple syrup lemon.
Of
vodka.
course, maple syrup is definitively Canadian. Well, thanks you guys, they're really nice. Look forward to eating here, dining here, and having a few of your fantastic sounding drinks.
Yep.
And we'll see you soon.
Good. Look forward to it.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Good.